look down at the street. To most of us, it's just asphalt, solid, unremarkable. But underneath New York City's pavement lies a hidden world. High-voltage electricity cables, fiber optic lines carrying the internet, pipes delivering millions of gallons of water, all squeezed together in the dark. And here's the question that always gets me. New York is already packed above ground. So how does all of this fit below? And when a century-old water main breaks, how do you fix it without shutting the city down? To find out, the Department of Design and Construction let us step into an active work site in Lower Manhattan. They call it Spaghetti, and as we'll see, that's no joke. Tom Wynn, Deputy Commissioner for Infrastructure, explains. Beneath the streets, multiple systems, gas, steam, water, sewer, telecom, have been laid down over decades with little coordination. Pipes stacked on pipes, lines running over, under, and around each other. It looks like a bowl of spaghetti, he says, and looking at it you can see exactly what he means. Gas here, electricity there, telecom weaving through it all. But repairing this system isn't as simple as following a map. There are drawings, sometimes dozens, but some are detailed, others barely legible. Crews have to carefully dig, support pipes with beams, and maneuver around everything already in the ground. One wrong move and the city could lose water, power, or internet. And this is just one block. The work stretches for miles, a constant puzzle. We're caretakers of a system that will outlast our lives, Tom says. We're handing it off to future generations. Unlike most American cities, Manhattan doesn't have power lines cluttering the skyline. Everything is buried. In the outer boroughs, you might see messy overhead lines, but here, skyscrapers and massive buildings rely on the hidden web below. The stakes? Huge. One of the most impressive systems is Manhattan's centralized steam network. Running since 1882, it's essentially a citywide boiler connected to over 1,500 buildings. Steam snakes through over 100 miles of pipes, powering heat, hot water, and even cooling systems in places like the Empire State Building and Grand Central Terminal. Steam rising from street vents? That's either leaks or controlled releases to manage pressure and condensate. On site, you start to see the layers of history. Water mains dating back over a century at the bottom. Brick sewers even older below that. Above, telephone and electric lines twist through plastic ducts. Everything is live. Lights stay on. Phones keep ringing. Toilets keep flushing. The city keeps moving while crews thread this tangled maze. Peter Roloff, the resident engineer, calls his job untangling the spaghetti strand by strand. Standing there, you can help but notice the contrast. Water mains that look exactly like they did 100 years ago, while above them, infrastructure hums with modern technology. The brickwork from back then is a masterpiece, he says. They couldn't have imagined the internet. Now, we're putting in upgrades for the future, hoping it lasts as long as theirs did. And then comes the reward. Streets repaved, sidewalks rebuilt, water mains replaced. The work is buried, mostly unseen, but the city feels the impact every day. For the engineers, it's quiet satisfaction and a deep connection across time. They're building for the next 100 years, just like the people before them did. Beneath every street in New York, there's a hidden world. Messy, complicated, full of history and ingenuity. And in Manhattan, that hidden world is as alive, layered, and fascinating as the city itself.